strong and determined.
This is like watching a football match. Stadium atmosphere, broadcast camera, real kids, real faces, the whole thing. Except I am not watching football, I'm playing it. On a 7-year-old game kept alive by passionate modders. Meanwhile, the actual official successor to this series, made by the same company with infinitely more resources, looks like a mobile game and plays like one too. So today we're going to compare them properly. But by the end of this video, the question won't really be which game is better, it will be what the hell happened with our beloved series, and who's actually paying the price. But before we get into it, let me just briefly explain what we are actually comparing here. See, Football Live 26 is a standalone game built on PS 2021, which was itself essentially a roster update to PS 2020. So the bones of Football Live are from 2019, 7 years old at this point, maintained by a community of people doing this in their spare time, after work, mainly for free. Why? Well, because they love football gaming. And then we have eFootball, which is Konami's current live service game, the official continuation of the Pro Evolution Soccer series, made by the same company that created the game that Football Live is built on, but with full development team, resources, with a marketing budget and Unreal Engine 5 under the hood. The irony of this comparison is that Konami should be a clear winner with many years of development time to make a product that would outclass anything that was made back in late 2010s. So let's see where both titles are in 2026. And we will start with graphics. eFootball runs on Unreal Engine 5, one of the most powerful engines on the market. In theory, it's a generational leap. And in cutscenes it actually shows. Cleaner style, nice lighting, reflections on player skin, and shadows that are genuine step forward from PS 2021. But then the match starts and things fall apart real quick. Grass is flat, low polygon, no depth. Players lose details at distance. Some faces are also good, but others are quite bad. And it's not just fidelity. The overall design of eFootball is poor taste. Colors are loud, menus ugly, no elegance anywhere. Everything about how this game presents itself says it's built for a phone. Which is a strange thing to say about a multi-billion-dollar company on one of the most powerful engines available on the market. And then we have Football Live, which runs on Fox Engine, Konami's in-house engine used by PES since 2014. And yeah, the age shows in places. Skin textures up close aren't pretty. Lighting on players isn't as clean as eFootball's, and the animation count is limited compared to modern sports titles like NBA 2K. Also, the cutscenes got really stale, really boring and kinda samey, and they don't look that impressive. But besides those things, what modders have built on top of this old-ass engine is seriously impressive. Player faces were recreated to an obsessive level, and there are thousands and thousands of them. Even young, low-rated players usually have well-done faces, which is nuts compared to other football games. And the animations here are some of the most lifelike in football gaming. They are not flawless, a bit stiff sometimes, but they are still the best on the market right now, which, says more about sad state of modern football games than it does about praising PS 2021 engine. And the other stuff looks great too. Detailed stadiums with the atmospheric lighting in the arena is just amazing. Turf mods that look genuinely next gen. Kits are replicated with accuracy that Konami never matched. So here's the wrap up about graphics. During cutscenes, Football Live shows its age. But during an actual match, it looks far better than Konami's live service game on Unreal Engine 5. And eFootball, despite the resources of the company and the engine it runs on, doesn't even hide that it's built for mobile, and that's just sad. Next, let's compare the gameplay. which game actually feels better to play. One thing becomes clear fast when you launch eFootball, that it's built for the multiplayer crowd. Fast matches, high-octane action, jump in for a game or two and then drop off. That's a deliberate design choice from Konami. What's harder to defend here is how the gameplay keeps changing with updates. More and more computer assists, more automation, more simplification. Konami is removing skill expression and making controls as easy as possible, lowering both the skill floor and the ceiling at the same time. Which is a strange thing to do if your audience is competitive players. So that tells you that they are actually chasing someone else, the casual mobile gamer who finds traditional football controls way too complicated for their device. So the result on the pitch is dull gameplay. Passing is on rails, shooting has no satisfaction, end-to-end gameplay frantic, but yeah, fun for the first few minutes, but then boring. But I have to give credit to eFootball for one thing: dribbling. Mostly responsive, offers variety, and it can feel good to execute. Everything else though, yeah, Football Life isn't competing with it, it's just in a different category. So now let's take a look at gameplay in Football Live. And trust me, I'm not looking at it through pink glasses, it's definitely not flawless. Anyone who played PS 2021 knows it. Computer cheating, which the series has struggled with for many years. Inconsistency in gameplay across different game modes, referees betting against you, AI with hard tactical limits. Modders have been fighting these problems for years and they made real progress, but the problems are still kinda there. But despite all of it, at its best, Football Live feels amazing to play. The match flow can get genuinely close to a TV broadcast, and this game has probably the highest skill expression of any football game that I've ever played. Decisions have weight and consequences. Dribbling is quite hard to pull off, but getting past a defender or two by reading their momentum is deeply satisfying. And that skill ceiling is exactly why people are still playing and modding this game in 2026. Football Live offers high that no other modern football game gets close to. Alright, next up, game modes. And here we have two completely different focuses. eFootball is centered around multiplayer and it delivers on it. You get competitive modes, ultimate team, authentic teams, some are licensed, others are not. If playing against other people with Pro Evolution Soccer-like gameplay is your priority, I think eFootball is your best bet. But single player is a whole different story. There's no career mode, nothing resembling one. Pro Evolution Soccer fans have been asking for Master League to return for many years now. Konami eventually acknowledged that. They recently ran a Master League event for 2 weeks with energy system where players had to spend real money to even play the mode and compete for rewards. That event had nothing to do with what Master League actually is, and everything to do with squeezing money from fans of the series. I've heard people call it lazy event. I don't think it was lazy at all. It was just a business decision disguised as a tribute. Because the reality is this: career modes don't print money like Ultimate Team modes do, so they don't exist in eFootball. It's as simple as that. Now let's take a look at game modes in Football Live. Online play is essentially non-existent. Screen sharing tools like Parsec exist in theory, but the online scene in this game is quite dead. If multiplayer is your priority, Football Live loses this one completely. But Master League is here, outdated by now in its design and yeah, stale if you've played it for many years, but still it is the best career experience available in a modern football game that actually feels good to play. And honestly, that's sad. Football Live also has become a legend mode, which is a player career mode where you create your own avatar or recreate a real player's journey. And because Football Live is fully open to modifications, you can play through current seasons. Modders update squads, transfers, kits. game stays current. And that's the power of community keeping PS alive despite Konami not giving a damn. And hey, if you want to get your football life properly set up, check videos on my channel. I've got full setup guides for modding football live that take the game to a whole different level. So, who wins this comparison? Well, eFootball wins multiplayer. There's no contest here, and it's worth acknowledging, because if you want to play against other people properly, Football Live can't really offer you that. But everything else, Football Live, and it's not particularly close. But while preparing for this video, I had this thought that kept coming back time and time again. And the thought is that in reality, nobody's really winning here. Modders are doing extraordinary work. Seriously, what this community has been able to build on PS 2021 is genuinely remarkable. But they are doing work they shouldn't have to do. They're keeping something alive that a multi-billion-dollar company chose to completely abandon. That's not a victory for football gamers. That's just volunteers cleaning up after Konami walked out on us completely. And I think that's the sad reality of football gaming fans in 2026. Nobody really gives a damn about creating quality games for us anymore. And so we can only choose between casinos hidden behind Football Kit and older football video games on modders' live support. That's what it feels to be abandoned, and all fans of this beautiful sport are paying a price for it. And that makes you wonder what a huge company with quality of product at its heart could do in 2026.